What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and right now we're going to be talking about the promo Infinite Flux. EA Sports is just doing weird things right now that has nothing to do with anything, but it's not really about that. It's all about what the people want. You guys want free cards. You want to know how to get them, instantly and add them to your team. So we're going to talk about that. Number one, though, just so that you guys understand, the 99s are completely separate from, the George Pickens or the other card you can choose from when you first get your welcome pack. The Chris Carter, these cards are unique to solo challenges, right? So once you pick them, it's going to unlock the proper solo challenge. So if you get Chris Carter, it's going to unlock the Chris Carter challenges. Right now you have, I took George Pickens because he's been a beast since the beginning of the year when he was one of those, comp pass players. So pretty much what happens is you need 3 tokens. And this is specific for the Steeler fans and those of you guys that are looking to get other free cards. Would I use this card maxed out? Yes. I don't think you can max them out right now, though. It seems like it may be a part 2 to the actual promo, but I'm going to show you guys again how to do it. So your welcome pack is going to be between him and Chris Carter. Like I said, they're both 6'3", but George Pickens is actually good. I'm just letting point that out so that you guys can do whatever you want, but he's the better card. Now, in the challenges, right, you'll see with the milestones, 1, and then you got 2, then you got 3. So you need 75 stars. I didn't play it, so I didn't unlock this part yet. So I don't know if you have enough to be able to do it today, but if it is possible to get him, I will get those done just to let you guys see if he's good or not. Probably later on tomorrow, you guys will be able to check him out on stream. All right, so that's the first part. Now, getting into the actual cards themselves and the 99 overalls and all that good stuff, we're going to talk about that right now inside of the sets. Now, EA Sports did a decent job, but again, when they make it promo specific, it's really, really stupid, because it makes it that much more difficult. And realistically, guys, they actually make more money when it's any. So I completed this guy, Quentin Nelson, okay? And you can see right now, I always have the other, any players. Even though it's 96 to 97, I have 2 players that are there already, and it's fine, right? So making this right now, you should already be a veteran with making the 96s, the 97s, all the sets that I've shown you in previous videos. But this is the problem, right? So once you understand exactly what we're going to go through with the previous videos, you'll understand how you do this for free. Number 1, right? That one, those cards that are there right now, we got those cards from winning Super Bowls, pulling packs or whatever. But if you want to make 96s, right, you can make 96s very easy. My favorite is the Combine, all right? The Combine promo has been really, really good to me. And, it's just something that I regularly go to whenever I need anything as far as a 96. So you can see that it's already ready to go. I can go ahead and do it. Ultimately, all you guys need to do is have 93s and we're all good. Remember, though, that you're going to need some of those 93 Infinite Flux players to kind of get XP, which we'll go over in a future video. So if you haven't already subscribed, turn on your notifications, get that done. So anyway, this is the way that I would recommend doing the 96s. Okay, it's very, very simplistic to make 93s. And even with the way that they have it now, right, inside of the Infinite Flux, you can actually make 93s, but you need 90s, right? Like 5 90s will make a 93. Just remember, a lot of these cards are very, very cheap. So even if you have to come out of your pocket with a little bit of coins for a few of them, it doesn't really matter. But let me show you what I'm talking about in the set, right? At the bottom here, these 93s, you can make them relatively easy. They're all 90s. The 90s, I think my favorite for the 90s, it has to be Most Feared. I believe that Most Feared is what I usually use. So let's go over to that. Most Feared right here. Those are where we get the 90s right here. Now, don't worry about Arcana. You only go for the Most Feared. So as long as you understand the cards that are needed for the sets, you're going to be fine. And that's only for the first 3. Now, when you start to look at the fact that they want 2 specific players, that's where it gets annoying. It's like the AKAs and stuff like that. Like, EA, just make it any, like the Super Bowl. That's why the Super Bowl promo was so good. And I don't know if there's somebody at EA that's like, yo, you know what? They like this. Let's just stop doing it. But it gets really annoying where it seems like, yo, anything that we're having fun with, they're like, yo, look, we got to cut this out. Like, dude, this is wild. That just seems like what it is. So anyway, I have Quentin Nelson. I completed his set. If you guys want to make coins, right, you can lurk the 97s and just actually go ahead and complete these for a lot less than what the overall card is selling for. So with the way that this is set up right now, right, Tyron Smith, Dudes have been sniping him for about 200K. So this is like a twofold situation because he's at 229 right now. So let's just say you snipe him for 200K and you made the other 96s utilizing cards with the method I just showed you, right? It would cost you 400K to complete the entire set. We're just talking coin method right now, right? So currently, Quentin Nelson with his abilities with the Secure Protector and the Identifier, that's what I use on him, he's very, very decent for what his price is. Now, remember, when you watch this video, there's a chance that the price, like you see how he's at 636 and then the other one is 670? He was about 700K when I first started doing it. So that would have mean each one that I completed, I'm going to net 300. Okay? So the point of this is, as the day goes on, it gets a lot easier to be able to watch these prices go down. So just be very, very careful with the way that you proceed to do stuff because it can be a major problem. And I want to make sure that I'm clear with that. All right? If you do this for coins, just watch it and be very, very careful with the way that you do it. Because if you choose to go ahead and do it regardless of the price, or you want another card that is not as good, you're going to lose coins. So just be careful with that as well. Now, remember this other thing, right? If you guys want like cards like George Kittle and these other cards that are cheaper, don't do this method for the same reason. This is specifically for getting the most bang for your buck. So now that his price has gone up, it would actually make more sense to go ahead and grab this card. This would make more sense because he's at 698. So you gauge it based on where it is. And that's the only way for you to make coins. Now, let's jump over to what actually is the premise of the video, the free 99. So we know that we need 200K, right? We need 200K to be able to get 197 of the infinite flux. So G, what do? Inside of this right here, right? Inside of the infinite flux, you can make those cards as well. You can make the 97s, you can make any of the cards that are available here. Now, with the way that this works, you would have to utilize other infinite flux cards. So that would mean that you would need other availability of cards to make these up, or you'd have to spend on it. And I don't want you to spend on it, so I'm going to show you guys the way that I was doing it. Pretty much what I was doing is I was going through this and I was making 93s and I was using them to make 95s. Now you could see I'm running out of the regular 90s, but I showed you with the most feared how you can make 90s. So you would simply do this, you would make the 95s, and then you would come back and complete the set to make the 97. Even if you had to spend for 197, you're still going to be up a lot of coins. And that's what I need you guys to understand. Getting certain segments of the cards made is the most important part. So you would then do that, make that card right there, and then move it over, make the 95, and then make the 97s. And I showed you how to make the 96s already. So now you already have it. Whichever way you choose to do this, it doesn't really matter. It's a coin maker and you can ultimately get your 99 for free. So that's what I would like you guys to do right now. Figure out which way you want to go. If you have any other questions or comments, go ahead and hit me up. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. You enjoy your day. Have a blessed one. One love, y'all.